Episode 11, The Art of the Clapback. Last Friday was Halloween, and as Lindsay Lohan's character in Mean Girls once said, in Girl World, Halloween is the one night a year when girls can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it. While my feed was filled with women embracing their dark feminine side, one woman in particular had the internet on fire. Journalist and media personality Kayla Nicole, known to many as Travis Kelce's ex, or as he's now known, Taylor Swift's fiancé, dressed up as Toni Braxton from the iconic He Wasn't Man Enough music video, circa 2000. The look, Toni Braxton's barely there diamond dress from the original music video. Her spot-on reenactment of Toni's iconic dance whilst lip-syncing meant the internet didn't stand a chance. Do you know I dumped your husband, girlfriend? I'm not thinking about him, but you married him. He wasn't man enough for me. The internet lost its mind. Was it the clapback of the year or just petty behaviour? As always, the comment section didn't disappoint. Taylor brought the smoke, so Kayla burned the whole damn house down. I'm sure his teammates will be blasting this in the locker room. Never mess with a black girl. And from the queen herself, Toni Braxton, you killed it. Michelle Obama once famously said, when they go low, we go high. But in the 90s and the early 2000s, that just wasn't the case. And honestly, I'm so here for the 90s clapback revival. The 90s and the early 2000s were an era of music where artists spoke their mind. There were no subtle digs, no reading between the lines. A time where rappers like Tupac and Eminem existed. You knew someone was about to get called out by name. When Brandy and Monica dropped The Boy Is Mine, it became an instant cultural moment. Why? Because it rewrote the rules of how women were supposed to behave. At surface level, it sounded like two women arguing over a man, but underneath, it was something far more subversive. It has nothing to do with the boy. It was about a woman owning her narrative. Each woman was saying, I see you, I hear you, and I'm not backing down. I refuse to be erased from my own story. By performing their disagreement publicly through harmony, not hostility, Brandy and Monica turned confrontation into art. They reclaimed the rights to take up emotional space unapologetically. It got me thinking about some of the biggest musical clapbacks and empowering anthems from that era. Hit 'Em Up Style by Blue Cantrell, Leave by JoJo, Survivor by Destiny's Child, No Scrubs by TLC, Obsessed by Mariah Carey, What About Us by Brandy, and who could forget I Should Have Cheated by Keisha Cole. Songs like He Wasn't Man Enough or The Boy Is Mine probably wouldn't get released today. We've been living in a culture of say nothing, do nothing, where everything is softened, censored, and over-polished in the name of political correctness. But then I think back to last year, when Kendrick Lamar dropped They Not Like Us. The collective lost its mind. Black, white, everyone. When he performed at the Super Bowl, families were in their living rooms, bopping from side to side, screaming a minor at the top of their lungs. Why? Because as humans, we crave authenticity and substance. I'm all for peace and harmony, but creativity as a means of expression has to include our shadow side too. Both art and music allow creators and audiences to access and express emotions, impulses, and traits that are typically hidden. By exploring and integrating the shadow, individuals can move toward a complete and authentic sense of self, rather than presenting a sanitized, acceptable persona. And if we zoom out for a moment, on a spiritual level, music is vibration, and lyrics carry energy. Psychologists and cognitive scientists agree that listening to songs about heartbreak can actually heal the heartbroken. Dr. David Sparra, a professor of psychology at the University of Arizona, says, When people go through a romantic breakup, they feel very alone. Songs play a powerful role in normalizing our experience, making us feel that we're not this weird, unusual, distorted kind of person. The 90s didn't just give us breakup songs, they gave us empowerment frequencies. Society gravitates towards clapback anthems like He Wasn't Man Enough because they give us a way to process emotions like anger and empowerment. They're cathartic. They let us reflect, release, and even rewrite our own narratives. These songs resonate because they're honest. They capture the universal experience of rejection and transform it into a kind of musical justice. Many of us would have experienced heartbreak in our 20s, but the women of the 90s and 2000s made sure that we didn't stay stuck. The same Toni Braxton who gave us Unbreak My Heart also gave us He Wasn't Man Enough. Tears were shed and heartbreak was real. We Belong Together by Mariah Carey played in bedrooms everywhere, mine included. But just as quickly, my tears were wiped, heels were put on, and my mascara was applied while listening to Maya's Case of the Ex. Later, taking up space on the dance floor while screaming the lyrics of Irreplaceable by Beyonce. So if you've just gotten out of a relationship or you're just having a bad day, put on some 90s and early 2000s music and get dressed in your best outfit, because I promise you, you won't stay stuck for long. And with that, this week's serenade is none other than He Wasn't Man Enough by Toni Braxton.